Hello, and welcome to my channel. If you've not seen me before, my name is Lisa, but I can go by Liz or Lise, and I hope you're having a good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you may be. My streams, they're for more mature audiences, so please do keep that in mind as you watch this playthrough. Also, of course, too, if you're enjoying the content, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and yeah, enjoy! Hello again, this is a new PSA for Hello Kitty Island Adventure for the City Town DLC. Unfortunately, the frame rate is a little harsh on the eyes, so that's something to keep in mind. Also, there is a moment where there was some flashing. It's not as bad as what the Wheatheart Wonderland DLC used to have, but I just want to keep this up here and out there just in case if you're one who is sensitive to those kinds of things. And of course, hopefully in the future it will be patched, and thus this may be not relevant to the newer times, but I may keep this up all the same. But of course, as always, please enjoy the video starting now. Let's go ahead and jump in with the lemon greeting us to Hello Kitty Island Adventure. I did jump in. The two that I made cabins for off screen were luckily enough and happy enough to arrive, though one in particular over the other. There is also a question from the Knoll. That is, the Knoll has something to say here. But yes, of course, the imagination celebration is over. Those popped in real good, like, happy freaking birthday. That explains it, doesn't it? I did also change my outfit once more. Wow. Talk about in your face. But yeah, alas, I hope that all of you got what you wanted for it. It was I would say the items were pretty, for sure. Let's get just Chococat's birthday out of the way, even though this makes 0 sense. You saw what you need to collect, right? Now, out of all of them, you could say that this is a repeat, but not a repeat in the same regards. Once again, don't worry. We'll maximize on what we can collect, but more importantly, let's figure out the month of May. Welcome to the month of May Festival, everyone. Mayfest for short. Look at them in their outfits.
Have fun, but remember to be lazy and relax.
This is great. I'm totally going to check out the eggshell arts and crafts.
I was told there would be overpriced omelets
And super long lines. You should try the crepes.
Okay, I don't mind waiting. I can take a nap in the meantime.
I've never been to Mayfest before. This is so exciting, but this is the first one. You're such a youngster, Hagridon.
Everyone seems like they're having a great time.
Indeed, no one seems concerned about the presence of the massive eggs at all. I'm concerned giant eggs don't appear out of nowhere. Unless they do. 2 words. Giant rockadoodlers. We can't rule out the possibility. Perhaps we should investigate.
Don't go too far because we have a very special guest who will be joining us for the finale. Oh my gosh, is that the Tama-san?
You know him? The Tama-san?
Of course! He was the star of the hit musical The Egg and I. That's right, Tama-san himself will be here.
He'll be taking questions, signing autographs, the whole shebang. Autographs, huh?
Say, Chococat, do you think our investigation could wait a little? It could be fun to stay for the guest appearance.
I was just thinking the same thing. When at Mayfest and all that. All aboard the hype train. Meet and greets will get ya.
Yay, this will be fun. You should join us, Kirumi. All right, but I still think the egg thing is a little weird. Hi there, how's your month of May been going? Have you been cracking eggs and getting pictures of Tama-san? Yep, I'm an expert by the dozen. Wonderful, keep on cracking then. And don't forget to put your yolks in the shrine, that is egg shrine. I'm sure everyone would love to have a special outfit for the finale of Mayfest. See you later. See, what doesn't make any sense for that whole thing that we just saw, and as they leave, I have no idea what. No, I didn't make a mistake or anything, but is that why would you even be so mean? But no. Is that since some of them now are in their outfits and some of them weren't there, I do wonder what that means. But also, I wonder how that cutscene would have been had I not gotten these. But what I was going to add is that this is the unfortunate side of this, is that we've had to purchase them. And then the other thing is, I didn't actually put them necessarily in their outfits. And then what I mean by that is like, okay, I've put them now in their outfits. Does that mean the game will freak out though? In some way? Because I don't really want the game to freak out, you know? I mean, most people don't necessarily want their game to freak out, but hopefully there isn't anything that will take them out of it. At least I can hope. Let's see, though. There we go. First one down. So again, really what we're getting that's new are, of course, the decorating kits, and then we'll be able to make it. But we have everything else. So again, it's just one of those birthdays compared to the other. But again, forgetting where the celebrations have taken place. Yes. So that's why it was a little bit of a shock to see it. And I was like, oh yeah. So we'll just get all these. Oh my gosh, that took a sweet minute. Okay. Is it because I don't have them with me? I don't know if that mattered. What do I know? I can't believe a sky one is what appeared over there too, by the way. But that's his actual full outfit. That he gets to rock now instead of being a chocolate heart box. Which I know he wasn't last in, or at least I didn't have him last in that actually. It was for the city. But just imagine if he was still rocking it and I didn't have City Town. Okay, we got there. We got there. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Over here. We could go over. Water it. I've not been keeping up, so. Yeah, I think maybe. Or unless they're being extra generous. I know there's one over there, it's fine. And many more over yonder. Perfect. Again, not my favorite, but I'll just let it do its thing. Because I'm not picky about it. Okay. Let's call it you. And let's get this taken care of. Yep, there it is. I always like seeing it. That one. There it is. And thus, we should finish them out. But of course, we gotta do the other piece to this. So again, I do appreciate that they don't necessarily repeat, but I do feel bad. Like, it feels like something's missing. Like, the Animal Crossing villagers, they made sure to make you feel special on your big day. No matter what. And of course, the only thing that would be different is if you, of course, were closer with different villagers. But that was it. I don't know how much the KK part changed, but different characters saying more or less the same thing. Probable. Hit the wrong button. If we multiply by 5, carry the 1 minus the square root. Oh, hello there. Just some mathematical... mental calculus for fun. And mathematical. Is this? Happy birthday, Chococat. This cake is for you. It is objectively perfect. A work of art. And the whole thing is edible? I sure hope it is. Of course. You are a true polymath. Cooking, exploring, fashion. You manage it all. And I, for one, am so glad we're researching this island together. Yeah. Hey, it's your birthday. You get the compliments. Well, it's true. You are the best research assistant a Chococat could ask for. Thank you so very, very much. And again, we get the saddest excuse for a party gift ever. I'm just kidding. But again, I'll just they don't even want their own cake. I mean, would I want my own cake? No, I would not. But like, if my own cake is like something I could have for myself to eat, then I mean, sure, but not like shaped like me, I guess is what I'm trying to get at. Or like has a picture printed of me. Yeah, no, that's to be desired. Though, I guess what I was also trying to get at for their outfits is that it feels a little weird seeing them in them right now, considering that it isn't the finale. I don't know. But only need to do it 2 more days. Easy. Of course you did. So before, though, we go to the dye station, we're actually going to take a bit of a detour over to here. That's really disappointing. I'm noticing someone not in the tower. I did get a bunch of those. Now we're getting the other variants. Wow, he's really being like this, huh? Call him out on the BS. Oh yeah, you did flash over here. Perfect. Oh, I learned something too when I took his photo. I didn't know if you could do other reactions. Oh God. Remember, some of them I've not completed because of that. But what I did was I did the wave. It does the little wave like that. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. And now I stuck doing the wave. It's perfect. Oh yeah, you have to time this right, which is so... Oh my God. Okay, let's wave again. I butchered it. I butchered it again. I need my paw to be down, and then I need to hit the button. That's also what I was figuring out. Like that, so we're basically more so in sync. Now you're just confused. That's so weird. You were just jumping like a second ago. There you go. Well, I guess I have doomed it. That I can do this. Nope, wrong button. There we go. Blinded by the light and everything. 1, 2, 3, we're making art. Just you and me. I did also exit the game. Because I accidentally bought something I shouldn't have. I'll admit. But we do have 10. So you know what that means. We're golden. I have successfully bought him. I forgot that I didn't take his photo yet, so... I also, you know, already discovered that if they didn't have the outfit purchased or anything like that, it doesn't even show up as a grayed out ensemble, so you really do need to buy them. But let's go see what this is all about. Of course, this is actually the new one. So, fun with fountains that we have to wait for. See, like, what is this? It's so annoying. But, don't need to scroll through those. I actually want to go back here. Because I am curious. Chococat. And Kagumya. See, this is what I mean, though, by Fridays. I really am worried that Fridays... I mean, if other things are going on... Like, this hasn't... been more. I'm really worried that Fridays are just days that you can't have anybody. It really worries me. Let me see one other spot. Yep, I mean, it's not switching. Ugh. I don't actually need to go to you. What am I doing? Wrong character. I need to go here. Again, I have no proof, but this happened more than once. And then that just feels bad. There we go. Okay. So, but of course, logging in as well. You know, dreams were here. So, friendship grows. It's level 25. We are now close friends with Usana. And thus, I'll give the blossom. I figured that the next one was going to be the level up, so I wanted to save it. And then you don't see anything in the next, but This will hopefully trickle it in ever so slight. Yep. Ever so slightly. There it is. So when also I was looking at the Hello Kitty Highland Adventure Discord, I did read some spicy bits, and that is the spicy bit of the one, the only 45 to 60 days to fully level her up. So then the breakdown from there, because someone asked, which I believe it, right? 60, you can assume that that is you not using any bouquets or flowers to help you. Like the blossoms that I just used over and over again, anytime I can get. Yeah. Take that in for a moment. Whereas the 45 seems more doable. Now, I will admit though, I will be missing some days, so it's gonna take me longer. But I'm also okay with it. I mean, is it ideal? No. But like, what can you do? Do I need them actually for anything else? No. Not really. Let me just check here though what's for sale. That. Get this. Oh, and I have been terrible. I have not. Let's actually get you. Call off you and get you. And just go a little faster. I know this is not the nicest looking, but I want to collect the stuff. I've been so bad. Not that I'm making or imagining using this stuff a lot, but I know it's been out here and I don't really know if they're gonna want to use it for anything. More that is to collect, but I don't want it to go to waste. So the next little bit that I will do is, since I have made the batches that I have made, we are gonna try to blaze through this and follow the light. So lucky number 13, let us go and feed the Figment. And hopefully this will at least speed up a little bit of things. Maybe not a lot of things, but some things. Get a pineapple. So, this one? All right, feed it. And then number 14. Lead the way. And we're good. And then same process, though of course we gotta go now to 20. You wanna I've noticed this has happened a couple of times. You want to go to 21 instead? Because apparently 20 is just non-existent in your world, and that's fine. I don't know why this appears here, but it does. 20, I swear, is like... bugged as heck. Beat it. Oops. Skipping 20. 22. Fade it. Wrong button. Option. 25. Feed. And then... oh my gosh, skip 20. 27. Are you in the room with us? Collect it. No, you're there you go. I mean, you were there for like a second. Are you so broken? All right, cool. Who cares? I don't need either. Then fine. Track 30 instead, huh? You know 30? Apparently you know 30 for some reason. Fade it. Great. Do you know what Arsenal 31 is, perchance? Okay, well, I mean, thank you. Oh dear. You know what? It works. Fade it. Great. Skipping. 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 Because of course we gotta go to 36. That's how you count. If it wants to. Thank you. Take me away. Tragic, dude. Beat it. All right. Because it's after... yeah, okay, so 37. Awesome. Oh lordy. And I at least gotta give me a fighting chance game. Hello? Oh, I see that too. All right. Come back later. Where are you going? Like, asking for a friend. Good gosh. Oh my gosh. What kind of boomerang is that? But success all the same. Whoops to 39 there. Luckily we can do 39. That is make the stuff. But of course, number 40. What? Dude. Okay. Okay. What? This one. All right. All right. There we go. Goodness gracious. Oh, nuts, dude. How am I gonna... Okay. There we go. Got it. All right. So. Very curious about hungry. 33 out of 40, which, well, you know, when you got 7. And then, you know, you got ones that's like, okay, but like, where was it again? And then they just don't appear anymore. Like, literally, you see how much that just got raptured to not show up? Okay. And then... I get bugged out. So... technically, that's 2 more that could be done. And while I thought this did have a little bit of a kind of pattern, I honestly could not tell you. Where that is. I mean, you know, there are options nearby. Not by over here, but I'm at the next tower. Just because it was close. So this one is boba, nutty, and more boba. Which of course wasn't that one. Or that one. It was number 38 that I missed in the tracking list. Let me actually see then. Sorry. Yep, the light does appear for that one. I just wanted to see. So we'll do that too because, again, it was nearby. Then are all the other ones kind of just up in nonsensical locations over there? Pretty much. So let me actually take the opportunity to do this. Okay, so that's one of the fish. And that's fine. That's also one of the fish. And that's fine. Yeah, just do it this way. That's also fish. That one I just unlocked, as it were. Okay. So then... Okay, yes, fish, 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 fish. All the fish. Which in turn, if I paid attention, I could have just made those fish. But then also not all of them were actually fish. That's kind of tragic. Let me go back up here actually. To this one. So this one is the chocolate and egg sando, which, lucky for us, ta-da. Not even gonna question what the piece is. And then I think we're good on feeding this one as well, which of course this one was, for whatever reason, not being tracked or could be tracked, but was supposed to be. And now it's like, oh yeah, I know it's here. I don't know again what was blocking it, but a little frustrating to say the least. So then if we ask how many now, we were at 33, now we are at 36. And thus, if we take a look here, it does check out. So it sucks though, but it's fine. At the same time, if we also then again ask if you were curious where I stood at this point, got the hidden. My bad. Still have to get one more for the treasure, because I failed treasure. Even though I don't really think it's considered treasure to me. But then also for platform, got one more of those. So that's why nothing has happened, but there were way more hungrier ones than the rest. But with that, I think then, of course, as it always goes, it is now time for me to do the most best thing in this beautiful experience. And that is, of course, spend the time at the cafe and, well, level it up. Make, not you, was it 39? Sorry, 39 as well. Get that also mixed in there, but I'll do that after the cafe orders, really. And then, of course, we will reconvene. But, yeah, it's gonna be a fun little journey for me, as it always is in the cafe. So, of course, though, I will cut back once we get to the level that, of course, we always dream to be at, which is none other than 25. So until then. And with that, the beautiful cafe grows. I almost said friendship, but it's kind of friendship in a different way, or friendship with the cafe with 25. But of course, I do actually want to get to, of course, the next level, which of course is our beautiful 26. So until I get to level 26. All right, and there we go to level 26 for the cafe. We got the modern long shelf available to us, and then of course for the customization, it will slowly be unlocked for the rest of this, but we are nearing, of course, the end of this beautiful journey as well. That is for the cafe. I'm going to close it for now, and in turn, you do move. Excellent. But in turn now, I got to go back to the making board, and not necessarily for this, though. I am curious if I can actually make triple imaginary fish. But, sorry, don't get too distracted. 39 is what I really want to make too. So I think that's the only one that I'm gonna have trouble with. But then the seafood part, ugh, and then I gotta make all the other stuff too. Let's not forget. Let me see though if I can actually make first the sweet mochi. Should be pretty straightforward, even though it's like, oh no, I'm running out. Okay. Then triple imaginary fish. Okay. That is really, really unfortunate. I have to know. It technically did. But that seems off. But we can test it out. As for this though, it's both that they needed to be sweet. So that's why they both counted. I'm gonna do it this way. Now I'm leaving this in because these are the final ones. Also. So might as well experience the experience. And then I said I was gonna do that for the cafe as well when the time comes. But of course, these are a little bit trickier. Let's do the banana. Mochi is done. Sweet tropical tea, no boba. Sorry. Sweet tropical tea. Oh my gosh. There we go. Every time I'm just glaring at it, like, oh my gosh, my brain can't keep up. Triple imaginary seafood. This is like the only thing that I had the most of, because they're the easiest to farm. Okay. That worked out. Supposedly. This is the only thing that's going to be a pain. Which I think is the most absurd. But We'll at least get part of the way there. Feels great. It's not enough, I think. I mean, unless I really want to risk it like that, but I can't. So I'm a little confused as to why those are still like that in some regard, but I'm gonna ignore that. So again, that's what the process is like to make those. It will not be difficult to at least finish this out, and again, if you don't have her as a companion, yeah, you're kind of screwed. And again, for another DLC companion, to have Kagumyan with you as well really makes that a lot nicer. And again, I don't think Kagumyan's ability should be hidden behind, you could say, a paywall. I do think that Wish Me Mel's should be something along those lines, especially when you get the creation station to begin with. Right, because that's where we start to imagine these different items, like clothing, accessories, that we, can wear and all, and it just sucks that you're kind of just stuck. Not being able to benefit. And don't get me wrong, having more fertilizer is great, especially if you're one with flowers. I don't think I can care less about the seeds, but maybe I'm missing the point of the seeds, but I just feel like that was a missed opportunity in general. But here we go. Feedeth the fragment. The figment that I like to call a fragment because it's a figment of my imagination. I did not make the coffee. That's what I was missing. I didn't make that one either. I am so silly. Here I am thinking, and I'm just getting lost in the sauce with all these other ones. Honestly, that's what happened. Don't worry, I'll go back and do that. That's why those were still marked. I'm like, what? I totally did those, obviously. But I guess before I do those, though, I will go and collect what I need to collect. Because that makes sense. How could I forget? So I know I didn't call those out. I hope you saw, or if you didn't see, you can go ahead and rewind the video. But let me go make these the way that it was intended. Not paying attention to the fine print. Again, it's because also I made some and then I gave them away. That's all it really boils down to. Okay, I don't actually remember what I was reading. I mean, besides having to make the colors, but okay, we're gonna ignore you. It's coffee. There we go. Now it's clear. Okay. Then with feeling, the last one, which again, this whole quest list should have come up a little bit differently, but it's fine. But okay, first we're gonna make double apple cinnamon dongo. So, yeah, not a bad habit. Do I have? I do have apple. Then do I have? Full send it for what I had left. Perfect. I know it just said it actually for like the rarest time, long time no see, but unsweetened rich boba tea. Rich. Okay. Bizarre. All right, and then I mean, did I need any actually? Or is it truly done? Oh, it was truly done. Okay. I was like half sure, but then half unsure, but I forgot it's because I did finish that out. The only thing I'm not sure about is, even though I finished it out, is if it actually is going to count because it didn't have the same thing. But this is basically where the imaginary crab again spawns, but I've only been able to, you know, be lucky enough if another one spawns like that. I guess by air quotes, leaving the area that is spaced like this. But the other better way is if I just left the area and then came back into the same area, because they just do not spawn sometimes too. And then besides that, I've only sometimes have had it where there's just one that has spawned and I'm just like, well, okay then. That's cool. But I just, again, do not understand. I mean, well, I understand why they don't necessarily show up that often, but yeah, it's just, this is boring. So, either case, decided to leave it in. There we go. Just in case, but let us go right here, actually. Now, of course, I am still missing a couple of things, so I will have to figure out where those are. And then feed that one. Feed this one. No, I didn't say the numbers, but again, they were on screen, so have a peek. And then put in the comments which ones they were. But yeah, that is that, isn't it? So the only thing I did not finish was this hot garbage. So there's the treasure hunt, which I don't consider that a treasure hunt. I consider those hidden, but I digress. And then that should be that for that. Man. I forgot about that one too. I'm just trying to collect them because I don't know what the last one's going to be charging me. Hello? Thank you. I almost didn't pick it up. Because I do not have Bestie with me. So. If we go to Hungry, we're done. Hungry is complete. We go to Treasure Hunt, we're done. Complete. We talk again about, of course, the hidden. Done. The last one is a silly little platform. So, of course, while, you know, it's great, and I feel accomplished that I was able to find what I could find, it's always a final one. Now, by scouring the city, it does make it a little bit trickier. And I do wish I could find it like this. But you know how it goes. Another thing that's still in the city, of course, which may have been obvious, and not just the photo op opportunities, which I have honestly have left because I have not cared at all. As I haven't put any care for them. But of course, is our beautiful top hat friend over there. So the only thing though is that I am not sure if it's easier to spot them, let's say, by going like this in the daytime, sorry, or if it's easier to see it at night. I don't have those answers. I saw it and I felt compelled. Because when they're on the side of the building, I noticed that I've had a harder time, aka also the Figment that I did not realize was hungry on the side of a building. I also don't know how they, of course, spaced them out, like where they thought it was best. Let alone if there's some weird one in the water somewhere. Because that is another thing that they could have done. So, with everything that I have left, you know what that means. And of course, I did set this up this way as well. That is that I will be using a guide to guide me. While I would have loved to have taken the photos myself of the Gudetama, I just didn't want it to be another incident where I would just be scouring to find the last ones. Granted, out of all of them, I must say that they are not the most frustrating, to say the least. And in fact, the wheat hearts are where I've had the most difficulty. Unfortunately, they just are not for me. They refuse to be found, and that's okay. And maybe I'm doing it all wrong. That's possible. I could be doing it entirely wrong. But we can see the buddies around, so it's not like any of these I think would be totally a surprise. The only ones that are going to be a little bit more of a surprise are the ones in the puzzle rooms. So keeping that in mind, I will do my best not to accidentally fall into the ones that are in the water. I don't remember if any of them are in those particular puzzle rooms. I've literally just blocked out the puzzle rooms, honestly. But that is something that also will be revisited all the same. So if I do need to go into any of them, I will be sure to do what I can to cut that out, so that way none of you are, of course, affected by that. Of course, if you're watching this live, I will do my best to call it out, but yeah, just a warning. Gosh darn it. And yes, I've been trying to collect all of these crates to the best of my ability and then forgetting where the heck they are, while also trying to see if I can catch any glimpses of a Figment. But while I'm doing plenty of platforming, it's not on my cards. Let me actually have Kurumi for this. I think it's good. Yeah, so. Oh, never mind. I have done the deed. I was about to say. Easy. See, I knew it was gonna be on a building. Was it easier? I don't know. I mean, would it have been easier? That is at night? I don't know. Well, let's have our buddy and other pal here. Dude, I hate getting... The stamina in this game is so shit. It really is. Like, it is the thing that pisses me off the most. Because I think that sometimes when it uses it up, I don't think it should use it up. Simple as that. Get off. Thank you so very much. But luckily we didn't have to go any further. Completed all the Figment puzzles in City Town. Let's go. Did not need help. The center of City Town calls the Gnoll's attention. As he turns his back to us. We got the rug! The Gnoll congratulates you on completing all Figment puzzles in City Town. And that was that. I wish they did a pan over. Like, what are you talking about? What do you mean? What do you mean by center? Like, I honestly have not paid attention. But speaking of not paying attention, if you were ever wanting more, this is how much it costs. And I feel like we got gypped on some furniture because I'm like, okay, is that all for them? Because, like, I kind of want more. I know more exist. What is this? We'll worry about all that other stuff later. But of course, more importantly, is the actual journey. So, since I will be using a sort of guide, obviously, you may have found them in a different order. And that's the one thing that I don't really care for about guides as well, as it's like, okay, you may have found them in that order. But let's say this was my first one. You know what I mean? Like, let's just say that this one was. Huh. Nothing about him. I'm gonna go in here, though. Was like there anything in here that showed up afterward? Not exactly. Just kind of an empty space. One could almost say a certain other reason for it, but it's fine. I like how it just says it's city town too. There's nothing else about it. Weird. Alright. So that's just something, again, just to keep in mind. I'm trying to think. Obviously this is gonna show us. You did it. Okay. So it's because I haven't taken a photo. Do they separate them? I think they separate them. I don't know what my first one was when reaching here, but let's go ahead and trigger it essentially with this one. Or I could also just take the one over yonder. But I think this one will be fine. I'm gonna take the one with the pretty flower. I'm going to retake it. Thank you for not freaking out. I would have cried because that was a terrible photo. Look at our glasses. That's exactly what we see on the horizon. Absolutely. Okay. There we go. Any signs? All right, yes. There are 18 here. So, that should be fun. And then 18 and 12, you can do the math of how many are in total. So of course, until I have the guide up and ready, and thus see where at least it starts us out, except before I do that, what in the world? You mean to tell me that just imaginary salmon is just swimming in the waters, and that I was expected to swim in these said waters to supposedly use the salmon as fish? That's silly and nonsensical. Alright, anyways. Until all the same of what I just said before getting distracted by imaginary salmon. Okay. So, they started on the left side, but not here. So we are going to go, and of course, with it being divided, yes, there are ones here, and then there are ones down in the sewers. So they have those separate, which is understandable. But they decided to start over here, which of course we've seen this little one. I'll call out if I've never noticed one before, but pretty much all of these are pretty obvious. Why aren't you attaching to the pipes? Like, I know you can do it. You literally are so bad at video game right now. Oh my god, this is embarrassing. This is my least favorite thing anyways, so. Thank you. Attach. Like magic. But they started with this one over here, which of course has been chilling like a villain for quite some time. And I'm actually probably gonna let him go, honestly. Not a problem though. Save it. Beautiful. And then we are going to... I mean, I know it's nice to have him for the speed, but again, the way that the game runs, I don't really care for it. Besides that, I guess I want to have Buddy with me because Buddy is Buddy. From here, they did go to the alleyway, which of course, this one has been hanging out by this dumpster like no tomorrow. My word, dude. Sorry about that flash there. Let's save him. Sorry, buddy. And then with that, we're actually going to talk to you, and we're just going to pretend that I brought Chococat here. And yeah, that's it. All right, great. Discovered it. The photo up, because that's how we're going to do this too. Might as well. All right, then they decided to go over here. Where, of course, this one... this was pretty cheeky as far as location. Sorry, this is what I want to do right there. I'll go to be on this. We're gonna pretend that he's not totally clipping into that. We're gonna save it, and it wasn't even a real manhole cover. Crazy. From here, they went... Of course, for this manhole... It's very cheeky, isn't it? Yeah. What else? Ah ha 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 ha. Ah ha 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 ha. Ah, we're not doing it at the same time, it's fine. Not even real either, what a guy! Okay. Then they went back here for some reason. Which, yes, there is also, of course, another cheeky one. Right there. And of course, this looked very different from when the fog was here. Harumi. Thank you. Good enough. And again, a fake one! Oh, it makes so much sense. All right. Then they went all the way, which, you know what? Let's just fast travel. Because they went all the way over here. Believe it or not, for this one, which, yes, has been chilling on this light, you could say for quite some time as well. Perfect. Okay. Then they decided to be over here. I believe. Yes, this one with the flower. Which, yes, there was more than one with the flower. Chilling with those shades, of course. We got some shades on as well. Then... There's also another spot, but I may be getting confused. No, it's right here. Emerging from the egg with the drinky. Love it. Well, then it's just us. All right. And then they decided to go to the one that I went to start us off, so that way we could actually get the ball rolling. I think I have to go around because there's no way under, which is tragic. How is that on the ship? Oh, man. There's one in the water. Which, yes, I have seen before as well. So, again, we got this one that was over here. So we're going to take the picture of the one in the water. Because that's the next one that they took a photo of. It's beautiful. Oh my gosh, they emerged from down under? Literally? That's not weird. That would have been tragic. Ooh. I just realized these are squarey. Ooh. Okay, sorry about the cut. As I was saying about these are very squarey. I did not realize how square these got. This looked better before the map filled itself out or something. But it's cool. It's cool. Okay, then we actually do take a journey that's a little bit further, which I was kind of contemplating that we were gonna have to do. So that's why I also opened it up, because they went over here. Escape from the vent! Escape from the vent! Made it late to the party. I needed the photo immediately. Wasn't real either! Tragic. Then over here to this dapper egg. Okay. Then they go over here. Oh, well, speaking of over here, I know we were over here, extra over here, but let's go ahead and do this again. There we go. The one at the city, the one at the park, which I know I forgot another one. But hey, who's to say that the orchard is all said and done, right? But yes, this very other dapper egg. As we look out into the waters, wondering what's next for our adventures. Then I'm not sure. Because, right, we can't see it from here because the camera is literally focused on us. So, what I was gonna say is I'm not sure exactly the best route, but I think something like this works. Plus I have you-know-who with us, so easy. Which, yes, I've seen this one as well. Perfect. Then the journey went a little this way. Merry Meadows. For this egg. OMG, dude. Alright, it's just you and me. Bestie. That's right. And then this dapper one right here, which yes, seen this one as well, of course. We're just gonna take this as a solo. Again, that's ridiculous. That's what's being reflected, but sure enough. And then how? Okay, all the way over there. But first, I'm gonna yoink. I'm also gonna yoink. Because I'm a monster. I'm gonna talk to you, and we're gonna have Chococat again, and City Town rooftop photo op spot. Here you are, buddy. With your drinky. Let's do this. I don't know where they went. There you go, buddy. You got a little sparkle, a little heart. And then let me see. Oh, it's so close. Oh, that's so bad. Get me up there. It's fine. Okay. I'm like, please don't fall. Please. I beg. I plead. I swear there was another one, and it's just not here anymore. It makes me sad. So speaking of sad. Look at the saddest of eyes. Because that is 18. That was the final one here, but not the final in other ways. Find all Gudetama in City Town, which is funny that they distinguish it like that versus also technically the sewers, but it's fine. I will say probably the sewers is going to be where it's more difficult, and again, we will be having a wonderful time going back into specific puzzle rooms, so do keep that in mind. And again, I will do my best not to go into areas where it will flash, but I can't guarantee. So of course, though, this was another photo up spot. Hey, Chococat. Easy. Discover it on top of the Shauna Tower, and then if we go back here, thanks, rooftop deck. Let's go. And there are the City Town photo op spots, all uncovered and discovered. See, I didn't need a guide for that. But no, now into the sewers all the same. So I know I could have done it the other way. It's fine. I'm not picky. So, of course, let me Let me get this because we're here. I don't... Okay, I was supposed to say I don't recall where, but here. This will be my first one I've taken. Oh, yes, I've seen Buddy just oozing out of a barrel. Happy. Big challenge this is. And that will be my first one. So I did it on purpose. Yay, you found him! But here. So that one was complete. There are 12 again here. Versus the 18. Or if you didn't do the math now, you can do the math. If you didn't also know there was a way that you could math it out if you've seen other things. But specifically this is for the sewer. So that is actually the one that they truly do start with. So very cool, very cool. I didn't actually know if they did or didn't. I'm just collecting these because we're here. Of course. I thought there was another one around, but I just was like, this one. Save that. So then they begin the journey. So I do not remember. Okay, they're actually in the other area. Since we reset it, basically, might as well, right? Does it make sense actually, or is it just I always get confused on how to get to that one? Don't ask me why. I just do. Now again, I do have regrets of not taking the ones photos in the areas that I was able to actually get by myself. But it's fine. Here we go. Help. Okay. Then this is where again it gets a little like, huh? Do they go down? Okay, yeah. You... Thank you. Thank you. Again, she's the only one that can help us do that, which is ridiculous. But yes, we saw this one on the ladder. Many a time. Wow, what kind of angle? You can't use the camera on the ladder. Okay, my bad. Do some of this, everyone. He didn't know where to go. Didn't have any sort of clue. Huh. Interesting. But, alright. Sorry, thinking about something else. Then... Okay, I think they made their way down even more so. Of course, then we got ourselves some of these. Yes, I am climbing the pipe. Because why wouldn't I be? I think it's funny. Alright. Grab this seaweed. And then I will actually grab this as well. And then I will also grab this. Because I'm here. But we gotta go... Actually, up a little bit. To this little cutie. Look at him stuck. But it's like we don't even have like a shocked face. I thought there was one. That's what I was looking for. Because this is so limited. Into my chaos that I like to ensue. But nevertheless, another one down. All the same. Okay. This one is in a different location. Might be better if we go back here. And then I will get my benefits. Again, forgetting which way I should do this, but... Is it this one? Yeah. Look at you. But not before. There you are. Again, I mostly have seen these around. Now, I don't know why these spawn okay and the others don't, or unless I'm just not patient enough, but you tell me if you want to stick around for as long as you need to stick around for. That is entirely up to you. But now, the journey is basically over here. Let's do it. It should be, yep, this one right here. Which of course we've seen already, but I like that they brought it here as well. I think it's fun. Or I can do that one again. Perfect. I was like, either I'm gonna wait for her or I'm just gonna do it. There were options, but I guess I chose the nicer maybe. Now this is where they went into the puzzles. So for example, this one is fine because it's not in water. At least that's what I'm assuming this is. So again, this puzzle was lockout. How are you gonna lock me? There we go. I was about to say, dude. Okay, fine. Fine. Thank you. Alright. Yeah, but I knew you were in. I didn't remember exactly which one you were in, buddy, but I knew you were in here somewhere. Doing your nonsense. Oh, there we go. The next one is going to be basically right here in this puzzle room. I love how I can't go there, but I can go there. Again, the rare times, you know? Makes sense. And then, of course, sewer solutions. And this one was just chilling in the water. Why? Why not? Gotta love it. Okay, then we have to go up. So up we go. Could have also fast traveled, but I didn't know where the visible wall was. My bad. We gotta go to this puzzle room. Which H2O hideaway. Remember the magic that happened here? Do you remember the madness? Do you see him? Now, this is what I mean by, like, man, I really wish I did a better job. But I didn't. And that I was taking photos. But when you got hacks like that, easy. Again, Kurumi, best bestie for puzzle rooms. So then, sorry, it does pop us out like that for some reason. We gotta go all the way back here. And the lower. One more tier. Or this one. Actually, I think it's this one. For flushed flipboard. I was like, what? Okay, that's cool. Whatever. But yes. This one is over here. So none of these I feel like I would have missed, but I just wanted to make extra triple sure. But again, if they're ever in puzzles again, I might just take their photo, because I do not care to go back. I don't mean to be happy, I mean sad, because it's just the last one for quite some time. But that is all the Gudetama. And City Town. Officially. Above and below. So. We're gonna go here. I'm gonna go to the board. The precious board. Find all the Gudetama in the sewers of City Town. Check. City Town, Gudetama. Look at this exclamation point. I'm actually gonna let Kurumi go. talk to the board. Hello, buddy. So, the first half dozen found. Enjoying city life? I'm sure there are more lazying about. The city never sleeps, but eggs sure do. A reward for every 6 Gudetama you take a photo of in City Town. When you find enough, return to the sign for your reward, and I'll sprint on over. And for you, a reward. An Eggtastic City Findings. Or Eggtastic. So we got egg lights. 6 eggs. A full dozen found in the city. What an exciting start. And for you, of course, egg tables. 6 eggs. 18 found. Could there be more lurking about? So, and for you, reward. Egg flooring. 6 eggs. And then 2 dozen. What an exemplary amount. 24 Gudetama. Could there be another half dozen? And then, of course, yes. We got an egg awning. And then 6 eggs. And then, oh, eggs alid. Good snapper. 30 Gudetama found in City Town. Excellent work out there. And for you, a reward. And then we got the egg facade. 6 eggs. You capture photos of all the Gudetama in City Town. So if it wasn't clear enough, yes, what you got was to make this cafe look immaculate. Sorry. And they're beautiful, isn't it? You can change the egg all you want. This in particular, of course, is this. Did not mean to actually do that. I meant to do the other thing. I didn't know how else to back out. Ah! Customize. So again, same options. Very, very swell. Got all your egg shades, I guess you could say. Then here we go for the egg as well. See, why does that go back? What did I do? Terrible choices. Well, we can't see it, and you can't hide the HUD in this for whatever reason, but you can hide it when you're doing the other customizations. Obviously, the egg is by us, by the entrance. And then, wow, wow. That's what the tables look like. I forgot about then going to the customization for the other as well. Weird. But there we go. The bacon can be customized, but the egg can't. So I also forgot that, of course, there was some other beautiful flooring that I purchased. But, you know, I'm not, like, crazy about it. Also, there's that. And, wow, you can really make it a rainforest experience. I probably would not. I like it the way it is. I like simple, simplistic choices. It's not for me. I mean, like, this is fun and all. Now this I could get behind. Oh, interesting. But I also really kind of like that. I don't know. There's something about it that speaks to me. So that's what's happening there. In case you're curious about also what the rainforest was all about. And that takes care of another bulk of what was left here. I don't know why there's still a icon there that's like, hey, you didn't check a thing other than, of course, you know, was it something with the photos? Ah, yeah, it was the photos. Was it something with the photos? Meanwhile, it was literally the photos. Okay, never mind. Did I? Oh, it's because of the sewers. Yeah, it's because of the sewers. Okay. Was it just the other city things? I will leave it alone. It'll be gone by next time. So, of course, for birthdays. Yay for Chococat. Since I'm going through, I might as well do it this way. Month of May. Slowly getting there. And then, of course, for City Town, there we go for more decorations. So, yes, it did count. Of course, for the rest of these, they're going to be from other things. I can't confirm or deny what they would be from. And then there's for the City Town furniture. So, we're making strides, but there's still plenty more out there to be had to behold. Now, again, where we're at with everything, what does it mean for the future of what I will do in City Town? That's a really good question. But one thing you could say that is here in City Town that can be done if it suits your fancy is, of course, the mini games here. But I gotta say, they're not the most interesting to me. Like, truly, I just don't care. And I know that's bad. I think I had both of them. Treasure of the day, how many do we have? Not tomorrow, little twin stars, cinnamon roll, and Mapu again. Oh, we still have enough. Nice. So it's like, does Batsumaru matter? But then it's like, well, there are some things that do matter. And again, I don't know how many of each there are of the figures. Other than, of course, there is, right? The rarity. But like, we've also had Mapu before as well. So then it's like, why? You know? I'm gonna do the twin stars again. Nice. And then it's like, okay. I don't know. And then it's just how you're gonna get lucky. Then we got the wild. Which that seems very unlucky. No, of course, I don't know if it even matters for this. Probably not. Could it help you? If they changed the dialogue a little bit, maybe so. Now, of course, I know I can change these in for what's behind us as well. Trade them in, that is. Oh, that is so unlucky. Oh, but there's the shelf. But yeah, so a lot of this is already, of course, obtained. The rest is not. So, I don't exactly know how I want to go about obtaining all this, but I might want to start with the lower costing items. And I forgot, I don't want you through all of my madness. I want you. Who knows? We might get another bouncy ball. Wouldn't that feel so good? Or not, or we just get nothing and it's just one, and that's okay. Erasers. He's just not. That's why he's silent. Of course, me calling him out. He's like, oh yeah? I'll prove you wrong. No, I like this sentiment. I find that some of the prizes in here are a little strange, and it's just like, okay, why couldn't we have a furniture shop? Like, that would actually make a lot more sense than them being here. What do I know? But I do find it a little odd. I forgot to also mention too that the modern furniture can also be customized if you so choose. Spinning top. Looks not quite like a spinning top to me. Like it's missing a little bit more of a point to it, but that's being nitpicky. But yeah, I appreciate that we can get more. But I don't think some of this stuff should be traded for tickets. I don't know, I don't think so. Plus, when we got a little introduction to some of the stuff too, it kind of threw me off because I was like, what? Why? Okay, right? But this is also where we get all of her pieces of furniture, if you will. So that's also very interesting. Besides that, if we look here, again, more city town. So this is furniture. So again, don't know why this is considered furniture. But sure. And then the figurines, you know, making gains. Yes. I did not spend it while I was away. Again, he was not the greatest help that I was hoping for. So, in turn, right, so we have the cafe and we have the arcade. This is not my most favorite due to what happens to the screen, but it's again the mindless kind, so I don't mind as much. I don't have to think. But other than make sure I hit the button at the right time, otherwise, oh no! But yeah, I just like... I like the idea of being able to collect it all. But the games are to be desired. Obviously, the only one that really has a true end-to-end game are the other two. So, right, fixing letters to where they're supposed to go. And then, of course, well, making sure that you twist the pipes in the right direction. But, again, same with the cafe. While I know this is very fun to see where I will screw up, I know it's not necessarily the most interesting, I would say. Like, right, it's not like I'm playing Mario where, you know, I'm gonna fall into a pit. And then, of course, this doesn't vary too much, right? You're not getting other scenes, which would be cool if they added or wanted to add other scenes, you know? I think at least, that way at least it's a little bit more stimulating. He's gotta build up speed again. I don't remember what my score was. At some point it's like you're not even trying to get the coins, you're just trying to avoid the obstacles. Oh my gosh, dude. He went smack into that like so hard. And that's my highest? Okay, fair enough. How dare. But yeah. From all of them, this, well, this and this would be my top. This is my least. But as far as, of course, also payout, right? What's even worth it? We're going easy because my brain can't compute. Oh gosh, that's not what I meant. No. Oh god. I done goofed so bad. It's not even funny! Right. So, you gotta do it in a certain amount. I don't know why the first time it was so extensive. I also don't remember who I actually had. It's just like my good luck charms. That was so weird. Well, I'm just gonna go easy. For a second, I forgot the controls. But... Again, it's... I think it's always gonna be, That's right, if I want to complete it, I gotta do this. To get the tickets. So I have to do it all at once. But I'm just showing again what now is left after you've kind of done like the core, if you will. In a way, a core. Right? Oh, and again, I'm not using the buttons, I'm just using the stick. So, again, for mindless, this can be considered up there. But, I don't know if it's like screaming, like, yeah, this is what I want to do with my life. I don't know also how many tickets it's going to take, but again, if you were also, like, extra curious on that, that's why I got 1,000, because what was it? I mean, that is the dance floor. I think it was the dance floor. It didn't matter, actually. Let's be broke. I got a whole ass dance floor, dude. And he didn't even bat an eye. Oh my gosh. Where does that go? Nobody knows. There's all the furniture in any state of recording things, which again is so bizarre when this game is so good at it, yet it's so bad at sometimes. Putting it where it should be. But, okay. Well. Yeah. I still, of course, have the cafe. And of course, I still have... That is just to finish it out. And obviously, we still have quests. Oh my gosh, those disappeared to look forward to. So again, this unlocked by first having them visit. So it's gonna be a little bit. And then, same thing. And then this literally is here for no reason, I feel, because I think it's a waste. But yes, Chef has to be air quotes done first, but also that's right here waiting until she's at 35 anyways. So I'm just like, cool stuff. Then again, for visitors, right now it's been going pretty much in order, at least as far as they've been dropping by. Again, the one time, it sucks that they didn't come by today. And again, I'm really so suspicious about Fridays and visitors, but also this little one also dropped by and said hello, so there's that. So something to look forward to. On a different note though, which we may not be able to look forward to in regards to other things in the game, is of course when it comes to, well, that one's fine, areas of where we get to go otherwise, right? Because, well, who knows who else is going to be able to be added in the game. It has to be approved, and some areas are already, well, this is it. Again, can't emphasize that enough. So again, your mileage may vary when you play. I would love again to know how much I personally have put into this DLC specifically, minus of course the times that I've taken breaks, and of course any parts that I've cut out as well, which technically would be considered some of the gameplay. Obviously there are moments too where I do this and that's not gameplay entirely, but you know, just to kind of get a little bit of an average to see how much I personally spent. Again, that also has me reading the dialogue, which of course maybe you didn't read it, maybe you can't read it because it's just that broken, which I'm sorry if that is the case for you playing the game. I hope that in the future that there are patches for it so that you can enjoy it. But as far as, of course, how I feel about my enjoyment and do I still feel, still to be determined until of course I finished it out, which it's gonna be probably sometime in June by the time we get through Usana. Probably. Which is so exciting. I can't wait. But of course, when the next time we jump in, will the visitors that have slowly said hello make their way again? And of course, when it comes down to what there is to do, will it be fulfilling enough or will the orders fall short? I guess only time will tell, but that will be next time.
Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, once again, my name is Lisa, but I can go by Lister Lise, and I hope you have a good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you may be.